Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Pro Wrestling Throwdown for the week of May 23rd, 2021. I'm Caleb Black. This is Luke the Big Dog Williams, along with our in-studio producer, the Mighty Max Fury, and our in-ring correspondent, Quicksilver. And we are on to Bracket 3 of the Intercontinental Champion Tournament this week. We are going to kick things off right now. Luke, you won the coin toss.
Yes.
You want to start it off?
I defer.
You defer? All right, Maximilian, give me my first pick. Right. This week.
That means, Caleb, you're going to use your number 88, Dale Jarrett. Wait, that's NASCAR. You got Rob Van Dam.
Rob Van Dam. All right.
We'll start the one. That's an awesome fucking pick.
I'll buffer here a little bit. I'm pretty excited about this one. All right.
I'm pretty excited to see who the hell I go against. It'd be great.
Rob Van Dam comes into the WWE out of ECW in their tandem deal and immediately gets into the Intercontinental and the European title pictures. Rob Van Dam is a multiple-time Intercontinental champion contending against the likes of Jeff Hardy, Chris Jericho, Chris Benoit, even guys like Tajiri, William Regal. Rob Van Dam and William Regal had a tremendous series for the Intercontinental title. It's hard to argue that Rob Van Dam isn't one of the most notable Intercontinental champions, if for nothing else that his name value helps elevate the title. High-flying, competitive matches in the WWF, matches, again, Six-Pac, X-Pac, Sean Waltman, whatever you want to call it. The dude is an Intercontinental champion through and through, and also one of the guys who still at that time elevated him into the world title picture off of being Intercontinental champion, which is what the belt was designed to do. You don't get much better, and especially, too, we saw a lot of times in this period of time where the Intercontinental title was defended in ladder matches. You think ladder matches, you think Rob Van Dam. That's time. Whole fucking show, baby.
Also, that William Regal match actually opened the show at WrestleMania 17.
Yeah.
All right, you ready, Luke?
Oh, yeah.
Hell of an opener. You got the CLB, the charismatic charisma.
Fuck!
Christian.
Fuck! That's his guy.
That's my guy.
That's his guy.
That's my guy.
Go with the 10.
All right.
Damn.
Christian, probably most well known as being one half of the greatest tag teams of all time. Now, being pigeonholed in a tag team usually is the death knell for any professional wrestler. Christian was able to get out from behind Edge and become one of the most prolific Intercontinental champions of all time.
Yeah.
Not only that, it was one of those titles that at that time, like you were saying with Rob Van Dam, it meant almost as much, if not more, than being heavyweight champion. Yep. You were the workhorse.
Yep.
Christian,
the number 2 guy,
holding the Intercontinental title, held it for numerous lengthy title reigns.
Yeah.
He also put over guys, making them stars because why? They beat Christian for the Intercontinental title. Christian also used the Intercontinental title as a stepping stone and a bargaining chip to become a world heavyweight champion.
Yep, sure did.
As Intercontinental champion, going to TNA when he did, he wouldn't have had the most the idea of him being a championship contender without the Intercontinental championship.
It's a damn good argument.
It is
for both of those guys.
I'm gonna go to a little bit of help for that.
Okay.
We base it on arguments alone. What do you think?
Based on arguments alone, I'm gonna have to give that one to Christian.
I think I'm gonna agree with you. We're gonna give that one to Christian.
I don't even disagree with that. That was a great matchup.
That was also one of the best ones we've had so far.
Yeah, agreed.
Oh, there's
and I think too, like. I know we're...
No, you're good.
But I think, too, when I think about Raw during the Ruthless Aggression era, Christian is on the top of the list.
Yeah,
as Intercontinental champion.
For sure.
Inarguable.
And there's a fair argument for Rob Van Dam as well.
But I think I agree, too, that Christian's even above that. So
honestly, I mean, basing it on their arguments, Luke sold it.
Yeah.
No argument. Going even further than that.
No arguments here.
Is like you pointed out, RVD had that heavy status from being a huge top contender from ECW. So his elevation to that was
really, he did it as a singles guy. Christian broke out.
Right.
Out and had
agreed.
To me the better champion. Yep. But even just on arguments alone.
Yeah. All right, Luke.
I defer.
Okay. Give it to me, baby.
Oh yeah.
Big number 74.
Yo.
You can call him Big Daddy Cool. Call him Big Daddy Sexy. Call him Diesel. Call him Kevin Nash.
This is a good one. Let's give
it a
go whenever you're ready.
Big Daddy Diesel coming over to the WWF, immediately taking the Intercontinental title. And again, yes, big guy, heavyweight title guy, and it does lead to his being WWF champion. But what people forget about Kevin Nash's Intercontinental title reign is that he was wrestling against guys like Bret Hart, Shawn Michaels, Razor Ramon, who at the time was inarguably the absolute best wrestler in the world.
So he beat with them.
That's right. Kevin Nash used the Intercontinental Championship to elevate guys of his status, guys who were underneath the Hulk Hogans, the Macho Mans, and the Ric Flairs, and made the Intercontinental title a talking point. It was a difficult sell for a lot of people that Kevin Nash couldn't work because of his size, and he disproved that every single time. It's also worth noting that it was his performance as Intercontinental Champion alone that decided him as a contender against The Undertaker. From The Undertaker's personal choice, despite The Undertaker's grievances with Kevin Nash and his behavior as members of the clique. Kevin Nash showed that big men could be the workhorses.
Time.
All right.
No argument here.
Yeah.
All right, Luke, this is going to be interesting. You're probably got number 83. Patera.
Ken Patera.
Patera.
Ooh, that's an old one. That's an oldie but a goodie.
I'll go with the minute mark.
Yeah.
Ken Patera. His Intercontinental title reign, of course, wasn't a very long Intercontinental title reign. But then you've got to look at the man who actually held the championship. Ken Patera was the first Olympic medalist, not gold medalist,
Yeah.
to take the transition from Olympics to professional wrestling. He wasn't even a wrestler in the Olympics.
Nope.
So to come over with that kind of credibility of just being an Olympic athlete sold a lot. However,
Handpicked by Patterson.
this is an Intercontinental Championship tournament. We're trying to determine that on the merit of the championship alone. Once again, I state in all these videos, I have to go by what the Intercontinental title reign was.
Yep.
And honestly,
their career.
there isn't a whole lot to tell.
It's true.
Going up, especially against somebody like Kevin Nash.
Yeah.
Ken Patera held the title for a very short amount of time. Was a very notable person in the 80s. That's pretty much all I can say about Ken Patera.
You did a hell of a job arguing for that. I think it's obvious we got to go with Big Daddy Cool,
For sure.
Kevin Nash.
For sure. But
there's
God, that
two-
next round match is going to suck.
Honestly,
Oh, man, because that's my guy and your guy. I'm down.
Honestly, this is the thing that's going to really suck. Is you had to have one hell of a pick to argue against Big Daddy Cool.
Yes,
Yeah.
for sure.
True.
You would have had to have.
That's all right, because he's got one in Christian, and
But you got that
that's
one.
going to be a fight. I'll defer. Luke, why don't you kick us off this
All
time?
right, give it to me.
All right.
I don't like the
I
way
don't
he's
like that
looking at me.
smile. Makes me nervous.
Yeah, number 29, Luke. Albert.
Okay.
Come on, he's doing
Albert,
all right.
otherwise known as Prince Albert,
Prince
otherwise known as the Great Giant Bernard, otherwise known as Tensai, otherwise known as Matt Bloom. While he is a fantastic athlete, he held the title for a combined, and I know this because I just watched this the other night, 4 days as Intercontinental Champion and didn't defend the title once successfully.
Yep.
Unless it's on a house show in somewhere within that 4 day span of time. Tensai, like I said, Matt Bloom, hell of a work.
Yeah. Head of the performance, one of the head trainers of the performance center.
Come in and to really build them on in the performance center. However, again,
It's based on
the Intercontinental title, 4 days, no title defenses. It's really hard for me to argue, so I'm going to cut my time right there.
Not stellar. Not stellar was old Prince Albert.
You're going to get a fucking easy win.
Right,
here.
it'll be like fucking.
Go ahead,
I
give
don't
it
know.
to him.
Who is it?
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah, who I got?
Yeah, Rattlesnake, Stone Cold Steve Austin.
What?
I'm leaving. All right, I'm back.
Look, I'll make it simple. Stone Cold was one of the biggest stars in the wrestling industry. His Intercontinental title reigns were the prelude to his world title reigns and his tag team championship reigns. However, wrestled at the highest level of competition during the Attitude Era against the other top competitors, Triple H, Stone Cold Steve Austin, Bret Hart. I'm sorry, Stone Cold was himself. The Rock, Bret Hart, Owen Hart, Ken Shamrock, even. It goes without saying that Stone Cold's name is at the top of the list when it comes to Intercontinental champions of that period of time.
Fuck it, time.
Again, great argument.
Yeah, you're doing your best.
I'm doing so good right now.
Oh, the only thing I would have added to the Stone Cold thing.
Well, he's got to save it for the second round.
Yeah.
He's got to save it for the second round.
Uh-huh. Yeah, you just hold that thought.
Yeah.
Hold that
Give me my time, baby. All right. I'll start this one off.
All right.
It's final round.
I hope you get like Bubba the Love Sponge.
Right, it's gonna be it's gonna be the fucking Mountie.
I got the
Oh,
argument
you already
once.
got the Mountie.
How about number 60, Dean Ambrose?
Ooh.
Gene Ambrose. All right.
All right. Fair enough.
Dean Ambrose was the first singles champion in the Shield. The Shield being comprised of Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, and Dean Ambrose. Now, initially that was a United States title run, but he did go into being Intercontinental Champion, and that Intercontinental title run directly related into his first WWE Championship reign on SmackDown. Dean Ambrose wrestled the top guys, again, talking from the Austin thing. Defended it against Seth Rollins. I think even defended against Cena at one point in time. Dean Ambrose's name was all over Monday Night Raw, and even later on Friday Night SmackDown as Intercontinental Champion, and it's one of the reasons he's one of the top stars in the business today. He's a former AEW World Champion, former WWE World Champion. He's held every single belt. The Intercontinental title's on the list, and his reigns were prolific. Specifically, his matches against Ziggler for the Intercontinental title were some of Dean Ambrose's best in-ring wrestling.
Him and Jericho.
And Jericho. If you haven't seen those matches, highly recommend them, but I'm going to go ahead and cut my time.
Yeah, you're already time anyway.
All right, Luke, are you
Good argument.
Thank you.
You've left out the IGP.
IWGP US.
Yeah. It was quite good.
Yeah, number 45. Ricky the Dragon
Mother
Steamboat.
fucker. Well, go ahead.
I'll go 15. Ricky the Dragon Steamboat was
Just say
probably
WrestleMania 3.
I'm getting there. Leave me alone. Was one of the biggest stars of the 80s who revolutionized going from the world title, bringing that credibility to the Intercontinental title. Ricky the Dragon Steamboat held the Intercontinental title on 2 different occasions, both very lengthy runs, one of which, winning the Intercontinental Championship, culminated at a match at WrestleMania 3 against Randy Macho Man Savage in one of, pound for pound, the greatest WrestleMania matches of all time.
The only match that could upstage Hulk Hogan.
They didn't try, but they did, brother. Ricky the Dragon Steamboat also used that as a springboard to get him back into the main title picture in WCW with the United States title runs and another World Heavyweight Championship. Ricky the Dragon Steamboat was the Intercontinental Champion when the Intercontinental Championship was just as important as the WWE Championship because there was only 3 title belts.
Yep.
That's all I have to say.
That's all your time. Damn good argument.
What are your thoughts there, Big Silver?
Both very, very compelling arguments.
Oh, come on.
Well, they are. They were both very, very good arguments.
Thank you.
I love Dean Ambrose. Very, very great worker. Even though he was a big name, he was a very, very good worker. He had no problem putting other guys over if that was what was asked of him, and he did it really, really well, including his time during his Intercontinentals. However, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat is a legend, and his Intercontinental title reigns are part of that legend. So there's where mine goes to.
I think we're going with the Dragon.
I unanimously agree myself.
I don't disagree.
All right, so who are our 4 finalists leading into the next round?
Christian, Kevin Nash, Stone Cold,
God
and
damn.
Ricky the Dragon Steamboat.
This is the highest power.
All right, guys. Well, stay tuned for round 2 of the quarterfinals, semifinal.
The semifinal and final.
Semifinal and final of bracket number 3 in the Intercontinental title tournament coming your way right now. Before we leave, make sure to like, subscribe, leave us a comment down below, send us an email at prowrestlingthrowdown@gmail.com, find us on Facebook at facebook.com/prowrestlingthrowdown, follow us on Twitter at prowrestlingtd, and stay tuned, because shit's about to get real, bro.
It's about to get real.